With a look back over the weekend sports action, this is Full Time on KCLR with Sinead Keheo.
But first, having secured the Galway plate just last month, racehorse Hewick heads to Listowel this Wednesday for the Guinness Kerry National. And I'm delighted to be joined on the line now by the trainer, none other than John Shark Hanlon. How are you getting on, Shark?
Good, no, not a bother.
Good.
Listowel here now.
You're up there already, are you?
No, we're up there on the way home. I had a couple of runners today and we're going home tonight and back up again Wednesday morning.
Alright, okay, so you've been just kind of getting everything in place and getting those preparations underway over the last couple of days, have you, Shark?
Yeah, we worked the horse in Dunning a gallop yesterday and he done a lovely bit of work, so he seems to be in great form, and sure, if you look on our side, you never know what had happened.
Yeah, look, it's that's the thing. Like, I don't know whether it's been down to luck though, Shark, or hard work that's put into this racehorse, but it seems to just be a very, very special horse. I know famously only bought for €850, but it's safe to say it owes you nothing at this point.
Yeah, no, listen, that's been a great horse for my yard and for the team at home. He's a horse that costs very little money, and he's after winning. Like he won the Dorman National in England, then he went back and he won the Bet 365, and then he went on to Galway and won a Galway plate. Like anyone in their lifetime to win a Bet 365 and a Galway plate to do them, but we're aiming higher. We're aiming to go to Kerry with him, and please God, safe around the jumping and come home safe. I think he won't be far away.
And Shark, when you bought Hewick, like what expectations did you have for the horse at that time?
Listen, every time you buy a horse, you're hoping that he'll go win a race or two, and someday that you'd end up with a good one. And I suppose in this case, this is the one that we ended up with. That was a good one. You know, when you buy a horse, you don't know. You go by your own judgment, and lucky enough this time the judgment was right. We do be often wrong as well, but listen, he was bought in Gorse Bridge in the sales in Gorse Bridge, and a lot of people would say to you, why are you going to Gorse Bridge to buy a horse? You can buy a good horse anywhere. You can buy a good horse anywhere at any time, and a little bit luck on your side makes a big difference.
And Shark, just like, you know, you said there that people were saying to you, oh, why are you going down there to buy a racehorse? But you seem to be, I know from speaking to you before, you seem to be someone that just very much trusts their own instincts, because I remember talking to you before and, you know, we were kind of talking about your background in cattle dealing, and people saying to you when you were getting into horses, oh, what are you doing getting into horses now? And you just said, no, I'm going to go for this. So would that be right to say, Shark? You're just someone that just kind of knows your own mind and you trust your own instincts.
Yeah, well, you have to at this game. Like, lucky enough now this year we're after having a Grade 1 winner with a filly that costs only £600, and then we have this lad to come on and to win 3 big races. And like, you have to go by your own instance. If you don't, you shouldn't be at horses, you know. And like, you're going to have good days. You're going to have plenty of bad days, but you're going to have good days. And when the good days come, you have to enjoy yourself. Like, and after this all we have planned, we're going to America with the horse. We're going over to the big Grand National over there, their national, which is, I think, is worth over $250,000. And after Listowel, we have him along. That race is on in the 15th of October. So after he has to go for work on the way over, he has to go in for quarantine for 3 days. So we'll go to Listowel. He get a little couple of days off. Then he's travelling to America.
And Shark, just tell me a little bit about the horse, about Hewick, because I was reading there recently, you described him as a freak, but in the nicest way possible. You described the horse as a bit of a freak. What did you mean by that exactly?
Well, listen, he's not the best bred horse in the world. You know, he has an ornery page. He's by an ornery stallion. and like they all want walk in the parks, and they all want the big salons that cost a fortune of money. This horse, his standing fee probably at the time might have been £300 or £400, and I'm just lucky to have the horse. To buy the horse that day, he could have been gone on for show jumping around. You know, when they go to Gorse Bridge, they can go for anything. They can go for anything, so they're good. And I was just lucky enough to be there on the day and buy him, and he got his chance. And that's the reason I call him a freak. Like he could be show jumping today as easy as running in a race.
And he's a small fella as well, is he? Like he wouldn't be as big as most of the other horses that he'd be racing against.
He's only a handy horse, but he has a big heart. And when you buy a race horse, you want a horse with a big heart, because if you haven't, you're going nowhere. And he has the biggest heart going, so he has.
Yeah.
But listen, that's been great. Great team for all the lads at home in the yard. Like it's a buzz every time this horse goes to do a bit of work or goes run. And this year he's really after doing us proud. And like it's just in the smaller end of the thing, like it's gone very hard. The expenses have gone very high, and it's not getting easier. But thanks be to God, he came along my way this year, and he kept the wheel turning for another while anyway.
And Shark, like, you know, you mentioned all those races there that you've had huge success in. I'm just curious to know, like, what do you put that success down to? I know that I've read a lot recently, you know, articles that you've been featured in, and you're always very gracious and you speak very well and with a lot of admiration and respect about other trainers. And I know that you got into training later in life, like I had you on the show there a couple of months back. And I'm just wondering, like, is the success that you've had now, is that a lot of that down to just kind of soaking up information and wisdom from other trainers that have been in the trade a long, long time?
Well, Paddy Mullins only was down the road from us at home, and Paddy was a great trainer. Willie's father, he was a great trainer, and I suppose I would have learned down the years a lot through him, and I was only feeding the horses and that with him in the evening. He was a great man. He was the best man that I know anyway. He was a great judge of a horse, and he had his own out sayings about horses. But I had there were good sayings, and they worked. And I was always told that if you listen instead of talk, you learn something, and that's the way it is.
Very good. No, I think that's advice that a lot of us should live by. We don't often, but I think there's a lot to be said for more listening and less talking. But listen, Shark, always a pleasure to talk to you, and all the best now in Listowel on Wednesday. And sure, hopefully we'll have you on again soon to chat some more.
It'd be a dream. It'd be a dream, like, to go to Listowel. And when I won the Kerry National, I think it was 15 or 16 years ago, and to go back and win another Kerry National, like, that's where we always went on holidays when we were younger, down to Kerry, down to Listowel, and it'd be a dream to go down there and win again. And if you win down there, there'll be a party somewhere around at home, and everyone's welcome.
Good stuff. Listen, thanks a million for that, Shark. I'll chat to you again very soon. All the best.
Please God, thank you very much. Thanks for ringing. Bye.
Thanks,
bye, bye.
Shark. That was Shark Hanlon there, of course, racehorse trainer, and his horse is going to be taking part down in the race down in Listowel on Wednesday.